Hello, this is Linda from Seattle. Happy 50th Anniversary Republic of Avalon podcast.
Hey, this is Columbine from Boston. Happy 50th broadcast to the Roar.
Hi, this is Mike from Rochester. Happy 50th podcast.
Hi, Jim. This is Ann again. We're here waiting in line in New York City for the start of a concert. Yes, some band from Newfoundland. And we want to wish you a happy 50th podcast.
Hi, it's Helen from Colorado. Happy 50th podcast.
You don't get a take two.
She's the teacher.
Hey, everybody, this is Brother Love.
Well, actually, no, it's Kevin. And I'm coming to you today from Alabama. Checking in to let you know that you're listening to a great program produced by a great friend of mine, Jim Fidler, and his wife, Lillian Fidler. And their child is turning 50. This is a very, very important time for them, as it is for us Roar listeners. Stay tuned, it's going to be a great one. You're with the Roar.
Republic of Avalon Radio, you are with the Roar, and I am Jim Fidler. That's right, kiddies. You've heard it correctly. The Roar rides again. We're back in the saddle after quite a long hiatus, and I must say it's really, really good to be back. I want to send a big thank you out to those of you who have emailed us and contacted us in various ways to see if we're still alive and all that sort of stuff. And the news is good. We are still alive and kicking here. We just haven't been roaring for a myriad of reasons. The least of which, I must say, certainly isn't the fact that I don't have any of my material. The theme song, all the jingles and everything are completely gone. And I just figured that here it is, the second anniversary. In case you didn't know, yes, this is the second anniversary of The Roar. The Roar is turning 2 years old. Officially, episode number 1 went out on May 21st, 2005. Now, we were kind of in roar mode a little while before that, but when you want to think of it in terms of, I guess, you people who've been listening, that would trace back to that episode 1 that went out on the 21st of May, 2005. That was when we went up to the Libsyn server, and so there it is, a happy second birthday to the Roar. And what better episode to celebrate the second birthday than episode 50, another good round even number. So it's been a good while. It's 50 episodes now. Of course, if we were doing a show every week, you do your math, that would be 52. Well, if you give us a break on, say, a couple of weeks off vacation, then we should be at episode 100 right now. So I guess we've been averaging one every 2 weeks, and that's largely due to this hiatus. I got the Christmas show up. It was right on Christmas Day, actually. Got the Christmas show up, and, didn't think anything of it after that. Had no realization whatsoever that it wouldn't be until the second anniversary that I'd be getting the next show up. But here I am. And it is good. So I will get into further detail on the calamities that befell me. I went through quite the period there for a while, where seemingly nothing I did went right, and glad to say that that's pretty much rectified itself. And I've actually started work on my new album. The music you're hearing in the background is to do with that project. It is a reggae album, and right now I'm currently working on bed tracks, just getting down the drums and the bass and some sort of temporary guitar tracks and things like that. just kind of building up a shape of the songs to give me something to work at. It's very much like painting in the sense that you start with an idea and you do some sketches, and after a while it develops more and more. And some people, I guess, seek to record the final thing at their first crack. I don't like to take that approach because sometimes you just never know. You just never know what's there. The song might have something that it wants to tell you, and if you're not in listening mode, then you're never going to hear it. So I like to try to keep an open mind, even with my own music, because it's not my music. These songs, I don't feel like I own them, as in something that you own. You go out and buy a cell phone, for cash outright, and you own it. I don't necessarily feel like I own those songs. I suppose in the world, in this world that we call Western democratic capitalist society, of course, I hold copyrights to these songs and all that kind of idea. That's okay, but in the meantime, I try not to get too pushy with them. I like to have a kind of a discourse. I do like to maintain some sort of conversation with these discoveries of mine, and let them feel free to inform me when I may be going in the right direction, and as well when I'm not going in such a right direction at all. So that's it, and it's all working out very well. I'm really enjoying it. I mentioned a long time ago, way back in episode 48 or 47 or 46 or something, back last year, that I had ordered some drum mics, and some of them had arrived and some more were on the way, and got all the drum mics, set them all up. That's all working out quite well. Got a new guitar amp. It's a Fender DS90 DSP. What an absolutely beautiful machine. This thing is amazing. I used to have a Fender Twin a long time ago, Fender Twin Reverb. And I sold it when I was going away to St. Mary's University in Halifax in 1985. And spent years and years kicking myself. But I'll tell you, I would rather have this amplifier than that one. They're both very good amps, but this thing is just so well designed, and it's just all the best of the old and the new, really, kind of combined into the one. And I'm very, very glad that I didn't go the route of any of these little boxes. Any guitar players out there, I would really, really seriously highly recommend that you not go for one of these sort of amp modeling boxes or whatever. Just get an amplifier, for about the same price, I suppose. You're good to go. I mean, you might not have all your effects. Well, this amp has a load of effects built into it, in digital signal processing. So, I mean, all kinds of vibratos and tremolos and choruses and flangers and delays and overdrives and distortions, and all that kind of stuff is built into the amp, and it comes with a pedal, a 3-switch pedal that you can stomp on in mid performance for live, but in the studio it doesn't matter, because you can just change whatever settings you want for whatever part you're playing. And so for recording, I would say definitely go with the real amp. And live, this amp, it would have to be a pretty big concert venue where this amp, this amp is good for anywhere. This amp is good for the stadium, for the church, for the auditorium, for the nightclub, and even not even mic'd or DI'd or whatever. This amp will cover quite a big room. It's unbelievable. This thing turned on 2.5. Sounds to me like most amps turn on 11, and that can be completely clean. It's amazing. I can't wait for you guys to hear it on the record, because I'm gonna go through all the trouble and detail to mic this up properly and record it and get a really nice sweet tone. And there's plenty of sweet tone in this amplifier. In the meantime, the bed tracks that you're hearing are just guitar tracks that I did by just plugging the guitar directly into the console and just getting the rough idea of the guitar parts, just to make a little shape for myself. Because, for example, when I'm playing the drums, just having a click track in my head, in my ears, you know, something like that, it's really not the song, and it doesn't really give me any kind of a feel for the song itself. So I'm actually playing with a metronome as opposed to playing that particular music. So I find what I do is I create kind of like a musical click track. I'll program a little something on the drum machine and use that to lay down some keyboards and guitars and bass and stuff to give myself a sense, give myself a little guide, and then go in, excuse me, and play the drums a lot more naturally, very human, completely natural, and allow for the human feel. And then when I go back and redo all the keyboards and guitars and everything, I'm doing it with a completely natural, completely human drum track. So that's the way I've been going about that, and it's all working out very well. I've been doing somewhat of an album journal, I guess you'd call it, more or less, I suppose, as something maybe for myself in the future to look back on and listen to, which is pretty much how this whole thing here started, this Republic of Avalon Radio. Kind of an audio journal that we can look back at at some point in the future, and we're making it available to you, the faithful Roar listener. Speaking of which, now that we're back, at least for now, and I mean I say that with full honesty because I was really on two minds where so much time had gone by with all the theme music and the jingles and everything that we had built up, even all the shout outs from everybody, you know, with all that gone, it was really very tempting for me to just cash it in at episode 49 and say, well, you know, we documented a little period of our lives and we had a good time, so let's just leave it at that. So, I mean, obviously here I am here doing this here now, making some sort of an attempt at getting something out to you. It's not exactly what the Roar used to be. If we keep doing it, I guess it will rise to its previous state and perhaps even new heights. I don't know. But we would love to hear from you. Please let us know. Please let us know. If you're happy that we're back, if you're glad to hear the Roar again, we would really love to hear from you. It would certainly be a great source of encouragement. So much happening, so much doing all the time. I'm working on this record and Lillian's very busy and so on. So it takes a lot of work to get this show out on any kind of a regular basis. It became very much a labor of love for me. I certainly wouldn't complain. It does have its payback, but that payback is you. In a vacuum, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. And we could, I suppose, continue just doing recordings with the R9 when we go out here and there and keep it for our own sort of family audio scrapbook or whatever. But the whole idea of us doing the Roar here, doing this show, and maintaining all these files and servers and uploads and maintaining this website and all these things, if you think we should keep going, if you want us to keep going, please let us know. And we'd just like to hear from you anyway. I heard somebody else recently, somebody I've mentioned a few times over the years, I can say now. Wow. On the show. Yes, it's been 2 years, and I've been mentioning him, I think, since way back. Frank Edward Nora from the Overnightscape. He's just been talking a little recently about kind of just wanting to reach out to people and hear back and kind of get a sense of how many people are listening to his show, The Overnightscape, well, I suppose I'd like to do pretty much the same thing. I'd just like to make an appeal to you. If you tend to be the type of person who generally just kind of listens and never, you know what I mean? Just never gets involved, never sends that email, never does that thing. In this case, I really would appeal to you. It would really mean an awful lot to us to hear from a number of people. I mean, if we only hear from, there are a few of you, and you know who you are. We want to hear from you too. Don't think, he doesn't need to hear from me. He knows I'm there. There's a short list of people, and if you're on it, you know you're on it. We want to hear from you too, but you, who's never ever emailed us or never whatever, we just really would love to hear from you. So go to our website, republicofavalonradio.com. We've done a bit of work there. There's a few positive changes. One is very nice, actually. We have a new player. And it just works really nicely. You click on the headphone right up at the top of the website, a little icon there. And the most recent episode will start playing. You can click on any of the other episodes and they'll start playing. Or you can scroll through the show notes for each episode. I think from in there you can also subscribe to the podcast, which is nice. Very, very nice. So we are making improvements around here, and if not being fully up to speed here yet, we are at least back on our knees, and we're off our hands and knees, and we're semi-upright on our knees, and with a little bit of encouragement, we might just get right back up on our feet, and maybe even better than we were before. So you won't be hearing any of these jingles or the theme music or any of the normal characteristics of the show this go around anyway. But we hope that just little old us is enough. And again, we do really, really look forward to hearing from you. So republicofavalonradio.com, and click on the contact link. And in there's all kinds of ways for you to get in touch with us. The Roar line and an email link and just all that sort of stuff. So get on over there and let us know that you exist. Really especially look forward to hearing from people that we've never heard from before. If you've been listening to the Roar over time and you've just been sitting silently by thinking, it's just going to be around forever and I don't have to do anything. Well, you do. Well, you don't have to. But there is something you can do, is the better way of putting it. And that is just go over to the website and give us a holler and let you know that you exist. Just the simplest little, hey, this is Bill in New Zealand. And, hello. Excuse me. Don't even have to say you love the show or anything like that. Just, Susan from Sydney, Australia. Whatever. Now, wouldn't that be funny if there is a Bill in New Zealand and a Susan in Sydney, Australia? That would be quite fascinating indeed. So, in any case, I think I'll just push on here. We're just going to go through a little catch-up, I guess, between a few things here and there that we recorded January through April, I guess. January up to last month. A couple of little pieces that certainly would have been parts of Roar episodes that just were never to be. In terms of time, as things are unfolding now, sure, you record episode 49, the next bits you record end up in episode 50, so that's all lining up okay. But that big lapse of time wasn't planned on, so we're just going to play you a few of those little bits. Don't be alarmed when you hear us out shoveling. That was in January. We're doing quite fine here now in the Republic of Avalon. We're getting into some warmer weather, and things are looking up. It's getting into that sort of outside with your t-shirt and all that kind of stuff sort of weather. We're not quite into the like real summertime weather yet, but we're cracking the 20 mark. We're getting into the 20s, into the 70s for our American friends. So that's very, very nice. While some of you are roasting, we're just boasting. So let's carry on with the show. And this next little bit will be myself and Lillian out removing a ton of snow from the front of the house. And yes, you are listening to Republic of Avalon Radio.
They try to put you down, so you know you have to live up. Yeah. They try to push you around, so you have to make them give up. Yeah. So put your hands in the air, 'cause you know this is a stick up, yeah. All around this great big world, yeah, we're living in a mix up, yeah. This is the highlight, the only way to do it, yeah. Talking about the highlight, yeah, that's the only way to do it.
Okay, so we are just about to head out. Folks, I've got the Zara setup here. I've got my elastic belt from the Need Fire show. That, what's his name? Damien Perkins.
Oh, yes.
Damien Perkins' old belt, which was mine in the Need Fire. He was in Rent. Go Google him, Damien Perkins. Him and I use the same belt. And I've got it kind of going under my right arm and up over the left side of my neck. And I've got the R9 in a little cell phone pouch velcroed around it. I should pull it up a little bit so that it's more kind of close to my mouth. There we go. That should be better, folks. And we are now going out to engage in the act of shoveling. Shovelage. All right.
And wait till you see how much snow we have.
Okay. I will wait.
See it, please?
I will wait for years and years. Okay. Oh, we have snowage. Where's
Yeah,
Mr. Shovel?
Much snowage. There you go.
Okay. Now, this is going to be fun, folks,
Everyone is out here shoveling.
because the snow is very deep and it's very wet and heavy.
Okay, I'm going to go down in the path area.
Okay. Oops. Actually, I'm just going to shove all this down over the steps. Get kind of rough with it. Oh, this is fun, folks. This is so much fun. Are we having fun yet? You stay out of my way then. So, yes, we got much snow. I don't know how much, but trust me, folks, it's a goodly bit of snow. And I don't know that I have enough interesting to talk about to just record the whole thing. I'm using my boots now. I find it's quicker than the shovel. The shovel's actually more difficult. I'm pushing it all down over the steps. Breaking it up with my boots. And it's just so much fun, folks. I'm making much more progress with the boots than I was with the shovel. I'm going to use the shovel a bit because there's some harder stuff here. I'll break it up and shove it off the veranda. So, if you're listening to this, if you live in Hawaii or Jamaica or someplace where it's warm, or if it's in the summertime when you're listening to this, you're either doing one of two things. You're either going, ooh, that sounds horrible,
Or my, doesn't that sound romantic? Folks, I'm making quick work of this veranda. I'm not just about efficiency. I'm also about speed. Another point about shoveling, especially if you don't get a lot of exercise, is not to do too much too quickly. I suddenly realized. Okay. Now, I'm going to take stock and get busy with the boots again. Alrighty. Let's say hello to Hope Pavenmeyer. And let's say hello to, holy gee whiz, the snow over here is about up to my knees. Okay. Hope Pavenmeyer and Lynette and Maria and Larry Kukan. What? The snow we had in 2000? No idea. Oh, I guess we had snow in 2000. A record, she said. Okay. And we also want to say hello to Kevin Doucet. And Vic and Ann in Philadelphia. And who? And Jim and Linda out in Colorado. Out in Colorado. This is Alex Jones shoveling snow in Newfoundland. Basically, we just want to say hello to everybody. Did I forget anyone? No. I didn't forget anybody, I just didn't mention everybody's name. Well, how does it look? Huh? Okay. That step is pretty much... I'm going to get Lillian to do the little sort of tidy work. I got all the grunt stuff gone. What? No. You're not going... Where are you going? You're not going in yet, she said. That's right. She just took out a big life insurance policy. Where are you going? You haven't had a heart attack yet. Okay. Now I'm doing the steps. And I do those strictly with my feet in a left to right sort of configuration. And I'll tell you, it works better than the shovel. Another little tip is I start at the top.
Because if you start at the bottom, you'll keep messing up what you did before on the way up. Yes, I figured that one out. Day before yesterday. Okay. I'm being ruthless. There's not a single person here called Ruth.
Could I have your shovel? This one is
Yes. Yeah, it is.
I'll have your shovel, please.
Go and get it. Let me not obstruct you. Hey, you're cleaning up you're messing up my clean steps. Wipe off your feet before you go up the steps. All right, kitties. I'm on the next step now. Okay. Isn't this fun? See, this is podcasting. It's like the what?
Super shovel.
The super.
Shovel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's lightweight.
I'm waiting. It's light. It's light. Okay, I'm waiting. You want to reconsider that? Maybe it's a little heavier than you thought? Is that what you mean?
It's very light and kind of.
I'm almost finished.
Oh, I found this. Oh, isn't it? I found a spider in the snow.
Did you?
Yeah,
What's he doing?
he's just lying there.
Yeah, that's about all I figured he'd be doing.
I don't know if he's hibernating or. Oh, he's alive actually.
He's alive?
Yeah.
He's alive.
Wow.
He's not very smart.
Do they mind stuff?
I would hazard a guess they're probably not that fond of it. Ow. Okay, now I have to kick the snow on the bottom step. So this is podcasting, folks. The way it used to be. Way back when. In 2004. Or 2005. I'm done. Yeah. Now I'm going to go back up over the steps. Lillian's doing the bottom there's a path at the bottom of the steps. She's doing that. And I did the steps themselves and the veranda on the top. What?
Oh, you just. I put the poor little spider up there and you just kicked him off.
Oh, I just kicked off the poor little spider.
Don't do it anymore. Stop. Did he bury him there?
There, he's supposed to be buried or whatever. She put the spider on the step, of all places, expecting Mr. Spider to be safe.
The nook there.
Well, he's not in the nook anymore. He's history. If you had an insect surgeon swapping out organs, well, not an insect, I guess spiders have 8 legs. If you had an arachnosurgeon swapping out organs, would he be an in-spider? Would that be in-spider trading? Sorry. Oh, I've done a fine job. No finer job has ever been done by man, woman, nor beast. Now I'm sort of doing a bit of cleanup up here on the steps. They're not bad, but they're not completely clean. So how much snow would you figure we had? in Eddy Hinge. They were calling for 25 to 30 centimeters. Why they go out calling for it, I have no idea. Well, it must be their fault that we got it if they were out calling for it. Those people should be stopped. Yes, and for our folks living in warmer climes, there's absolutely nothing whatsoever romantic about any of this. It's foolishness. We don't like it. Snow, snow, go away. It's amazing what you can do with your feet. As long as I don't end up going flat on my arse, I'll be all right. Oops. And now approaching the steps, and my boot is untied. So I'm done. One last little cleaning around here. Ow, ow, ouch, ouch. That hurt. Full tilt. I just kicked the step, the iron rail on the step with the top of my big toe, the top of my foot. And it was painful. And I didn't like it. Okay. Inspector, have I done a good job? Do you think you might want to just do the dusting?
Sure. As soon as I get out to the road.
How are you making out down there?
I'm almost out to the road.
Okay.
I'm breaking through.
All right then. We'll catch you inside. And folks, we'll catch you on the other side. Home sweet home.
We are the kids from Stand Up Radio. Stand tall and stand for something. Republic of Avalon Radio. You're with the roar, yeah.
Can you change the world? Can you make a difference? Can you change the world? Can you make a difference? We know no victory when we play the game. They make the rules that put the people to shame. United Nations will never see. First Nations only wanna be free. Can you change the world? Oh, can you make a difference? Can you change the world? Can you make a difference? The world you live in is in your mind. Don't let them tell you about their linear time. The wise shall be foolish and the foolish wise. Tell your brothers that it's time to rise. Can you change the world? Oh, can you make a difference? Can you change the world? Can you make a difference?
from Germany?
Yes.
Okay.
She's
wow.
recording for radio.
Yeah,
and
do you
that
wanna-
can get on email.
Just say something in German. You can say in German if you like.
No, I don't think that. I think, like, I love this place. It's half of what I expected and half not what I expected, but I just love it and I'm glad being here, and I will make like commercials in Germany wherever I be for this place. Thank you.
Good. What's your name?
Anna Maria.
Anna Maria. Okay. Well, nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you later.
Beverly Party. I'm from Arnold's Cove, Newfoundland, and I think Jim Fidler is the greatest. And I was at his Gypsy release party way back when at the Loft, and I thought he was fabulous then. I think he's fabulous now. And happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody.
Hi, my name is Crystal Stacy from Arnold's Cove, Newfoundland. My mother used to live with Jim Fidler. She raved on him. He's a phenomenal musician. And I'm here to say hi to him tonight. And I want to say happy St. Paddy's Day to everybody.
In the street, they call it murder.
Hey, this is pre-Paddy's. Pre-Paddy's. Oh, this is Paddy's, isn't it?
Yes, it was pre. All right, here we are, and it's the Fête de Saint Patrick. It's the Paddy's weekend.
Hey.
Hello, Fidler.
How's it going?
Hi there.
Hello,
River Ferry.
How's it going?
You're so lucky. That's the door prize. You're the door prize? I'm the door prize. Wow, rocking in here. Keeps going up, down, up, down. Good. Very slow drink. Oh, really? I just wanted to touch base with you because this is Ralph O'Brien from Aaron's Pub. He's the grand poobah of Paddy's Day.
Yeah, I tell you what, we had a wonderful night tonight, Ralph. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
and it was great crowds. And the only thing that was kind of come to me today was, and I had to take a little break because of Dermot.
Yeah.
And I thought of him, like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I just went off and spent a little time myself.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about him, and like, I mean,
Yeah.
but that was the only missing link in it all. But
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
it was a wonderful.
Yeah.
We were going to get a big storm today.
Really?
We were supposed to
I
get a
didn't even know that.
30 centimetre storm,
Wow.
but thank God they must have pushed it out to sea for us. Thank you. Yeah.
Montreal got it. I think,
Yes,
instead
yes,
of
yeah.
us.
Well, they deserve a little bit.
Yeah.
They liked a bit of skiing up there, see?
That's right.
But anyway, the whole thing was great, Darren. It was
Good.
great. Yeah,
This
yeah.
is like ground zero, you know, for
Yeah.
Paddy's Day for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's wonderful, Darren. Like, I mean, and well, people are appreciating and they really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of, Aaron's is kind of close in as much that people get involved in the entertainment and the bit of singing and everything like that. So it's a lot of fun. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's a
and
peop-
I'd like to wish all your listeners a very happy Paddy's,
Yeah,
a belated St. Paddy's Day.
Thank
But
you.
anyway,
Thank
tomorrow's another good day to be happy too. All right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Have a
sweetheart.
good night.
Right on, darling.
In the summer we'll go walking way down to the river, down the Curra road. Past the blue sky we'll walk under, listen to the humming bees, and on we'll go. We won't worry about the traffic, worry about the radio, worry about the phone. In the summer we'll go
is overhead. We won't worry about the government, worry about the video, worry about the hay. In the summer we'll go walking hand in hand together down the dusty way. All right, here we are on April 15, 2007. And this is really, I guess yesterday was day one of the new record. Whatever it will be called, Live or Life or Justice or Stick This One in Your Ear or whatever. And I laid down the first tracks yesterday, actually, for reality time. And I'm just going to have a look at this here now. I'm just listening to it. I just want to break the elements apart a little bit. What I did was I laid down the drum track first, thinking that I knew the song well enough to lay down the drums first. And of course, when I got to playing them, I wasn't quite sure where the fills should go and things like that. So I got it sorted out after, laid down a drum track. And then I proceeded, actually first, no, I started out by laying down an organ track to give myself something to follow instead of having the click in my ears. This click can be quite irritating sometimes, especially when you're a drummer, because it reminds you of your imperfection. And the keyboard, at least, would give me something to follow that was more musical. Now, let's see. Where is this keyboard? It's on number 1516. So I'm going to mute everything else here. Let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all. No, it's not muted. I'm in the wrong place. Hang on a second here. This is getting out of control. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now I will mute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2, 3. Things aren't muting. There. So, this is what I laid down just off my Alesis QS7 so that I would hear this in my headphones. Then I went downstairs, put on the headphones, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Bring in the overheads. Then I had that. What did I do next? Oh yes, I did this. Bass, but I actually just plugged that directly into the 2480 and just to lay down a quick bass. Then I laid down a guitar doubling the bass line. And then just to satisfy my ever-present urge to have a chunk somewhere, I laid down the following. go back to the beginning, let me retrieve the scene here. Scenes are wonderful things. Yes, if I go back to the beginning, and all of it together sounded kind of like this. I'm going to be re-recording all the keyboards and guitars and bass and everything, you know, putting the bass actually through a bass amp and putting the guitar actually through a guitar amp, my nice new Fender guitar amp. And I will be picking a much better piano track. I might use my Estonian grand piano that I bought a couple of years ago and still haven't used. And some Hammond organ, as opposed to that kind of quirky little organ patch on the keyboard there. And that would be pretty much it, I guess. So, on April 14, 2007, the record has commenced. Amy Goodman's birthday, by the way. And so let the games begin. Hey, Puss. How are you? Huh?
He has something he wants to say.
What is it?
Go up and ask him.
Okay. What are you saying, Puss? Huh? Tell us all about it.
He wants to tell the other pussycats of the world. What do you want to say, Puss?
What to the other pussycats of the world?
What do you want to say, Puss?
Hey? I heard a big purr. I find he doesn't like to meow when he's on you. Once he gets up in your lap, he won't meow.
Yeah.
He figures this to be kind of invasive, I think.
Yeah.
He's making out with your sweater. Isn't that clever?
Several lovers, all sweaters.
Yes. Several lovers, all sweaters? Is that what you said? That's fantastic.
They're all different colors.
Yes. She was hard to get along with originally, but eventually she was a total pullover.
They all have one thing in common.
What?
They're made of wool.
Ah. Maybe he's got some kind of lamb lust or something. Think?
Sheep.
Yes. All right then. What are you about to prepare us for eatings?
Ham and fromage.
The jambone and the fromage.
Yes.
On what? On the Italian. See?
Bread.
Yes, Puss? Yes, Mr. Puss? Hey, Mr. Puss. I think he's spoken his piece. What is the treat? It's an orangina. Well, that's just Marvy. I'll go and place it in the refrigerator, post haste, and keep it in a. Oops. If I put it in there, it would not be very good. That is the freezer. There. Now I have it in there, and of course, whenever I go to drink it, it'll be gone. She has these ways of bringing me treats, and I hoard them. You know, I get it on the rare occasion that I get a $20 bill. Say, I put it in my pocket, and it could stay there forever. I just like the security of that bit of whatever it's made out of. It's not made of paper. We always say paper, but it's made out of some kind of fiber, some sort of cotton or something. I do believe. Mm-hmm. And these days, they seem to be kind of plasticky too.
Like my brother used to hoard his Halloween candy.
Did he?
He used to hide it away.
Which brother was this?
Scott.
How did I know that?
And he kept it in the closet. Well, we found out where he kept it.
And then the candy came out of the closet eventually? Okay.
So we would go in and kind of steal some every now and then.
So you knew about his stash?
Yeah. He'd keep it forever.
He wasn't very good at keeping it secret. But don't you hate it when you have those candy kisses? When they get old, they get really hard?
They're hard and kind of...
It's not very nice, is it?
No, but as a child, any candy is good candy.
Yes. But what could you be otherwise? Really, you know, as a child, you could only be as a child.
This is true.
When I was a child, as a grown-up. Well, that's more like now, I guess.
As a grown-up child.
Yes. Yes. She's going to prepare the jambone and the formaggi.
Yes.
On the Italiano.
That's funny. I was just thinking about being over in St. Pierre as I was walking back home.
You were thinking about being in St. Pierre as you were walking home. Yeah. Fascinating. Is it cold out?
It is cold. Yeah, it's really chilly. It's windy.
Temperature-wise, it's warmer, but it's windy and
the wind is really just in your face.
The wind just blows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't suck, it blows.
Right then. Yes, and that's the thing about a really bad harmonica player. He doesn't just suck, he blows. Yes. All right then. So that's it for April 15 in the year of our board.
Day one of...
Day one, yes. It is still within the 24-hour period within me starting the new record, whatever it's going to be called. Reality Time, or you know, Bangers and Mash, or
Bangers and Mash. I like that.
Bangers and Mash.
Mm-hmm.
Bangers and Mash it up.
Yes.
Yes. All right then. We could call it that, or Eldon Pumpernickel's Wonderful Adventure.
Wow. They got a picture here in the paper of
Where in the World is Carmine Apiece?
These men who just killed all these coyotes, and they're all laying there dead.
They got a picture of the coyotes or the men?
Both. The dead coyotes and the men.
Dead coyotes and the men.
That's here in Newfoundland.
There's a band name for you. Man and the Dead Coyotes.
It says here the provincial government is trying to promote wild dog hunting coyotes, a species of wild dog new to Newfoundland.
Wild dog hunting?
Yeah, they're trying. Yeah, you can go out and actually kill coyotes.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently there's a lot around by the looks of this.
Is this inhumane?
They're so beautiful.
How can something be inhumane, really, when you think about it?
Inhumane?
Yeah. As opposed to, I don't know.
Inhuman?
Well, you know, when it comes to animals, how can things be humane?
Yeah.
Why is it the Humane Society?
I don't know. Shouldn't it be
the animal
Animane
Society? I have no idea. I can't figure things like that out.
Society.
Things often confuse me. For some reason, I'm easily confused. All right then.
All right then.
So it's goodbye from me.
And me too.
Because we're actually aware of the fact that we're recording.
Yes, we are.
How can you not be?
We're getting used to this now.
How can you not be aware when I'm standing here with this ridiculous-looking thing in my hand?
It's a hat.
Yes.
People always ask, "What is that on top of the Adderall?"
They do, yes.
Yeah. It's his hat, I say.
It's his hat. It's actually a wind screen, somewhat of a pop filter.
And I'm having a new thing. It's called a grapitizer.
Ma had a
Or
pop
grape
filter.
appetizer.
She would only hear whatever she wanted. When he was grumbling in the living room with his gout and all, she would not hear a word he said because she had a pop filter.
Ah.
Yes. And what are you talking about? Your what?
I have a new drink. It's called a grape appetizer.
No doubt.
It's 100% pure pleasure.
Oh, I see. What, is it organic pleasure?
No, sparkling grape juice from 100% concentrate, acidified, no preservatives.
From 100% concentrate. So don't they make everything out of that? Huh? It's like, what is 100% concentrate? It's like ether.
It's like when you concentrate hard enough, you can
Yeah.
create your grape appetizer.
Lillian always brings these strange things into the house for her own eating and drinking, and I don't go near most of it.
She brought the almond butter though.
She brought something back there day before yesterday. What was it called? Strings or
Oh yes.
sticks or
sticks.
Sticks. What the heck?
Vegetable sticks.
Yes, they were kind of like.
They're really gross.
They were kind of like hickory sticks, you know.
Yeah, like that.
You get these things. We used to have hickory sticks. They were kind of smoky hickory flavor.
Yeah, made out of potatoes.
Made out of potatoes. And
These here are
made out of
organic, and they're made out of
wheat germ.
They're made out of sweet potatoes and beets.
Yes.
But they're really hard to eat. Like.
Yeah.
They're actually painful. It's
I
almost like.
I don't get these people who have wool sock for breakfast. I remember down the hill when I was growing up, there was this man called Brigadier Stanley. He was a brigadier in the Salvation Army, and him and his wife lived in this little house, like in a green garden. And even when he was in his 90s, he'd be up crawling around fixing up on the roof, fixing the roof and stuff. Mm-hmm. And every morning he would have all he would have for breakfast is what I considered to be kind of like a something somewhere between a wool sock and an SOS pad, with boiled water poured on it.
Ooh.
It was this Weetabix or something like that,
That's what Wayne Gretzky used to eat.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't you see the commercials?
No, I probably maybe I have, but I've somehow blocked them from my memory.
He was like the Weetabix man.
Was he? Or the Weetabix boy?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was completely disgusting, whatever that stuff was. I think he offered it to me, and I sat down and made an attempt at it when I was 5 or 6 or something. I was out roving about on my bicycle, and I would often hang around with the brigadier long afternoons, as I did with many other of the more aged people in my little community, and they would always, being a kind of a little outdoor rascal, living from blueberry to strawberry, and not going home for lunch. Various people in the neighborhood would kind of feed you, and Mrs. Stanley. This is a different Mrs. Stanley now. No, Mrs. Kennedy. Sorry. Would give us or give me, because usually I was by myself, although I would be hanging around with my friend Rick sometimes. Sugar bread. It was just bread with butter and sugar on it. And boy, I mean, that just kept us on our bicycles, for hours on end. It was wonderful. Mm. But the brigadier, yes, used to eat wool sock for brekkers.
I suppose that was better than hard bread.
I guess so. It seemed to keep his motor running for 90 odd years anyway.
Wow. You remember eating hard bread? Hardtack?
I have hard memories of that, yes. Yes. Brews, we call it.
Brews. Before it's brews.
And being at the school in Halifax, getting packages from home, that would be in the package sometimes for some reason, and we would eat it just as it was, hard, as a snack.
We used to do that too. And it's like survival food.
It's disgusting is what it is.
It is disgusting, but it would be great to have on hand in case of an emergency or something.
Well, when you're away from home, people get, disproportionately passionate about their home place when they're away.
Exactly.
And they get all silly and listen to really terrible music that they otherwise would never be caught dead listening to, and eating things that they would normally not be caught dead eating. And I was guilty of these things. Being a Newfoundlander abroad, I would eat disgusting things and listen to really, really interesting music. But, of course, when I guess lost my Newfie status and regained my Newfoundlander status, I took very little interest in these things and much preferred to listen to reggae and eat barbecued ribs and things like that, as opposed to eating brews and listening to Dumpty 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 Dump or whatever.
Dumpty Dump.
Yes, Dumpty Dumpty. All right then.
Okay.
So long.
We're going to go and make our, what do you call that?
Darts.
Darts.
Okay. Wave to the, or no.
Bye.
See you.
A Root Cellar production.